I am back again with part 2 of making the spine and the pages for the binder, for the memory book. Okay, so we've got the spine, we already cut it out, and the spine is 10¼ by 8 inches. As you can see, I've already scored mine just for quickness. So you put your spine with the 10¼ across the top. You take your score tool, and hopefully by now you've got your pencil and paper, because I'm just going to rack through these measurements for scoring. The way I do it is I score one measurement, I take the tool back to this side, and I start from there for the next measurement. So with that in mind, the first measurement is 1¼ score it down, take it back, 1½. The next one is 2, score it down, take it back. The next one is 2½. The next one is 2¾ The next one is 3¼ The next one is 3¾ The next one is 4, then 4½, then 5, 5¼ 5¾ 6¼ 6½, then 7, 7½, 7¾ 8¼ 8¾ and finally 9. So that's your spine scored and ready to go. I use these measurements all the time for my spines, and if you look at it, you will notice now that you have a small thin part, and that's the part that is going to sit flat against your book. Then you have 2 bigger pieces, and that continues all the way across. So it's always a small one, which is 1/4 inch, these 2 are 1/2 inches, so it's 1 small one, 2 large, 1 small one, 2 large, 1 small one, 2 large, all the way across. And then you've got the outside edges which don't have any scores on, but that's going to help you attach that to your book. So having done that, having done the scoring, I've now got the tape on the back, and this is how I do mine. Ignore the small 1/4 inch channel, and you'll find the two bigger channel, and in between the 2 bigger channels there is a score line. So I score that really well. Okay, don't worry about the rest of them for now, just this one. So all you can see now is right between them I have scored and burnished it. So if you hold that in your finger and turn it over, you will notice that I have that's where I'm going to pinch it together, and what we need to do is glue those, put those 2 together, and I would suggest using red tape. So if you notice my tapes, you can do this one at a time, you don't have to go and put the tapes all the way through if you're going to get confused. There's the 1/4, there's the 1/2, the 1/2's on the back, and I've put tape on there to secure it together. And the way I'm going to do that is to just simply fold it over. So if you have a look, one tape sits quite close to the score, one sits to the outer score, and all I'm going to do is fold it down. Okay, so all I've done is that I've created the thing that the page is going to sit on, and it's there. I hope you can see that. I'll do it from the top. It's that. Okay, so I do that all the way across now. Take the tape off the next 2. Fold it over on itself. Do the score line, and then open it flat on the back. So all you're doing is collecting lots and lots and lots of these little courses on the back. Some people find this really difficult to do, and I did at first when I was making a spine, but I've kind of got used to it now. So fold them 2 over on themselves, score it with your finger, and open it out fully, and you've collected another one of those on the back. This is I mean, you may find when you're making these that there's an easier way for you to do it. Well, that's great. That's absolutely great. Whichever's the easiest for everybody. You do find, you know, natural ways of doing it that feels good for you. But I just think this is the easiest way for me. So we're now getting on to the next one, and this will produce a spine that has 6 pages. And because these pages are double pages with their pocketing, you can get so much more in them. Book weighs a lot, so if you are planning to send the book anywhere, bear in mind it does get heavy. So oh yeah, that's the last one. So now when you open it out, on the back you have the actual spine part that you are going to stick into the book, and this bit here on the top are the parts where all the pages are going to go. There we are. So at this point, get these pages used to going back and forth, and in doing that you also put in the score lines, you know, purely by accident, of the bits that are sat flat between each one. So back and forth, turn it round, make sure that they will open back and forth and that they are nicely squeezed together so they can lie flat on either side. Turn it over and do the same thing. Really push it flat against the desk. Okay. And at this point now, I'm just going to put some tape all over the back of it, and then I will rejoin the video.